There is a quiet kind of person who doesn't always fit into the noise of the world. They listen more than they speak. They watch the way light falls across a room and wonder how time moves. They pause before answering, not because they are unsure, but because they are weighing 10 different possibilities at once. If you have ever been one of them, you know it isn't easy. Being a deep thinker isn't just about intelligence, it's about sensitivity. It's a gift and it is a burden. It's the tension between a vast inner universe and a world that only sees the surface. For you, thinking isn't a choice, it's breathing. You don't just see a tree, you see the struggle of roots in the soil. You find metaphors in everything. A silence becomes a question. A glance becomes an entire story. Psychology calls this high trait introspection. Your mind is a storm of connections, constantly weaving, comparing, and reflecting. But this depth comes with a price. While others move through life reacting, you are observing, and by the time you are ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. People mistake your silence for disinterest when really it is depth. You replay events, you dissect sentences, you wonder if you said too much or too little. Your mind becomes a loop of what-ifs. This isn't insecurity, it's nuance. You see the hidden roots of every emotion. You live inside metacognition, watching your own thoughts from the outside. You ask, why do I want this? Where does this desire come from? You analyze love and memory until you can almost hold them in your hands. But in doing so, do you lose the simple joy of just being? Remember, not everything needs to be understood. Some things are meant to be felt. You often walk alone, headphones in. Solitude is your native language. Inside your head, you are replaying a moment from 10 years ago, not to punish yourself, but to map the geography of your soul. You experience existential thinking. You don't just worry about your life, you wonder about life itself. It's the difference between anxiety and awareness. But when the microscope is too powerful, you start seeing things that weren't meant to be seen so closely. There's a loneliness in this inner life. You crave connection, but only the kind that feels real. Surface-level chatter feels exhausting because you're diving for pearls on the ocean floor. When you find someone with depth, you don't open the door halfway, you open it all the way. You offer your fears, your hopes, your unsaid truths. To a deep thinker, a small betrayal feels cosmic, but a brief kindness can restore your entire faith in humanity. You see the hidden structure behind everything, how fear disguises itself as anger, how love hides behind pride. Once you see this deeply, it is hard to unsee it. Your memories aren't just facts, they are entire ecosystems of feeling. Nostalgia hits you harder because you think and feel at the exact same time. People might call you distant or complicated, but what you really are is aware. I think, therefore I am. For you, this is a curse. Thinking confirms your existence, but it can also consume it. You can think yourself into corners, studying fear until it becomes predictable. But at your best, you are a bridge. You connect logic with empathy. You see people not as good or bad, but as stories. You understand that everyone is shaped by unseen battles. You forgive easily, but you forget rarely. Maybe the final stage of deep thinking is not knowing more, but needing less. It's not analyzing everything to death, but understanding that depth isn't about drowning in thought. It's about seeing clearly enough to float. The world moves fast, and it rewards speed, but you are here to slow the world down. You are here to remind us that silence is sacred. Thinking, when done with intention, is an act of love. So don't apologize for your silence. Don't shrink your thoughts to fit smaller conversations. The world needs minds like yours. You were meant to see through the chaos. In a shallow world, your depth is its own kind of light.